And then, yeah, to everyone that is interested, we're happy to share the content of the webinar. So, okay, we're based in Barcelona since 2007, and I think that as like the rest we are facing some challenges, some crazy weeks, crazy months, but hopefully trying to see the positive side of this, trying to bring new services, new solutions. And one of these new approach is to promote or to help organizations to use these features for their peer-to-peer fundraising projects. So just wanted to know a little bit about you, asking a couple of questions and trying to use the poll system of Big Blue Button. Let's see how it works. So first, I know some of you. I know Joe, Aiden, Neil, but it would be good to know the rest. So I just want to start with a very quick question about just to know which is your profile with CiviCRM, if you're implementer, developer, or advanced user, or new user, or you're just no user at all and you are just exploring CiviCRM. Okay, just wait. A, B, C, D. Okay, now you will see a poll. Just please answer there. Or if you are not user at all and you are just looking for new platforms, new alternatives, and okay, thank you. So these are mostly are implementer, advanced user, and other just didn't answer. Thank you for that. So the next question is if you are used to use contribution pages, you or your clients to ask for gifts. Let me share this with you. Okay. Great. So have you already using most of the features and some basic features, so that's fine. Also, if you have used personal campaigns for events or contribution page, you already know the feature, it's completely new to you, or let me see again. This is the last one, I promise. Okay, that's perfect. So I think that it's the perfect audience because you already know Civi, you already know contribution pages, and don't use actually personal campaigns, which kind of is the same situation that we were some months ago, where we were seeing that this was an existing request, a common request with our clients, and we saw the feature there, but we also saw that there were some missing things to make the feature, let's say, usable. And that's what we did, and that's what we want to share with you, how with small changes and not very hard work, it can really look great. And it's, if you compare to other commercial peer-to-peer platforms that they charge for their services, I think that it can be at the same level than this. At least in Europe, there's one called Better Now. I guess in the United States and in other countries there are many, but we were extremely surprised how using what CiviCRM has, you can have a very nice platform. So okay, so I'm going to leave Carolina speak. I will be moderating this. I will be watching this. So if you want to ask questions or just, you can use the chat. I will try to leave So, to be honest, in our Spanish, so we had the same webinar yesterday in Spanish for Spanish clients. Most of the participants we already knew, so they were all no implementers, just end users. But to be honest, we forgot to ask these questions, so we don't have the results to compare. So okay, so I'll leave Carolina speak. If you want to ask questions, just use the chat and we will try to leave 15, 20 minutes to discuss questions and to make this some sort of interactive webinar. So thanks.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the fundraising peer-to-peer webinar. As Alejandro already said, well, these are the topics we'll be talking about. So first of all, new context, new tools. As the situations changes, we realize we might have some other. That's why Ixiam has been has based a new extension on the current CiviCRM functionalities of personal campaigns and have improved them. We will also talking about what is fundraising peer-to-peer. Most of you might know, but we are just setting the basis for the webinar, so we know what we are talking about. After that, we'll just I'll just go talk a little about the current functionalities of the peer-to-peer in CiviCRM in events and contribution pages that some of you had already used. And then we'll talk how Ixiam has improved these functionalities and has created a platform to make these functionalities more functional, more efficient, more easy to use. And to finish, well, we'll just talk about some tips on not only the tool is important, but how we use it. No, so after using the tool, how important it is for organizations to keep track of what they have done, to give thanks, to show their impact, so they can retain all these donors that they are creating through this full tool. And as Alejandro said, we'll have some time for questions. You can already write your questions in the chat if you have them, and we will answer them through the chat also. Okay. So Alejandro, just remind me, how can I? Sorry, I just found it here. So to start on, just to give some tips about this situation and how traditional fundraising channels have suffered with all the new situation, especially the face-to-face fundraising channel and events that they need this contact, they need this personal to person situation to get these funds, and that has been not possible in the latest times. How telemarketing, that is a traditional fundraising channel, also is still working, and it's working more than ever because people is at home, it's willing to talk, they are available, and they are more they are experiencing more solidarity feelings. No, they want to participate, they want to do something to collaborate. So this fundraising channels is still working, but because all organizations are using it, there is the risk that that people get saturated, no? Of having all these calls through telemarketing to get all these donations. Also, the corporate financing has decreased due to the uncertainty of the situation. So that's where digital fundraising gets importance. In some countries, they already had a lot of importance. It's true that in Spain, we were only in about 10% fundraising, digital fundraising was only a 10% the share of all fundraising channels. But of course, all organizations have realized that they have to get their websites updated, their web forms. They have to have friendly and easy to use websites, so they get all these donations they are not getting anymore from face-to-face. Also, to substitute all these traditional channels, digital fundraising is very important. So also among digital fundraising, what is one of the that is becoming more popular and more important is the fundraising peer-to-peer. Why is that? Because as we understand, fundraising peer-to-peer is what is fundraising peer-to-peer? Well, it's not the organization who is going to reach for the donations, who is going to get donations. It's a person outside the organization who gets the donations as a fundraiser for the organization. So how this person will reach donations through some through challenges or through celebrations that they publish in the platforms like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. So they will set a challenge, like for example, they will run a marathon, they will climb a mountain, they will also publish a celebration like their birthday, their wedding, all in to get the donations for their favorite organizations. So that's also very popular. Also, in general, the solidarity of the people, as we said before, has increased because of the situation. They are more, they are experiencing more solidarity, and also all the volunteers and that they were doing this their job in this when in the street. They now have only the digital the digital channel to volunteer, no, to support their organizations. And why it's important this way of fundraising? Because it's done from a position of peer-to-peer, no, individual to individual, from the trust, from the that the person who is reaching their family, friends, colleagues at work is creating this relationship. Also from the emotion that he's supporting an organization because he feels attached to the organizations or identify, and he or she's transmitting this emotion to the person he's getting the donations from. So it's very different, the peer-to-peer from the organization to the individual fundraising. Also, it's an alternative to face-to-face and telemarketing, and it's 100% online. It creates brand awareness, and it gets a channel, a way to diversify the channels of fundraising, which makes the organizations more sustainable, no, through this flexibility and adaptability. And it's saving resources also for the organizations, because the effort campaign and distributed is the fundraiser who is doing it. It's not the organization anymore, no. So how does CiviCRM reflect these peer-to-peer fundraising strategies? CiviCRM already has some features that can be used to create this personal. You can find these features when you create an event or a contribution page. You can enable, it's a tab, when you are configuring it, it's just a tab. You can enable it and configure it. And what this is gonna do, it's gonna provide like for events, it's gonna provide for the user that is registering for an event. Once he has registered, he will get a thank you page where he will be able to create this personal campaign, including the a picture, a message, all the personal features that a campaign must have to attract these donors. is the main. It works the same way for contribution pages. Once a user makes a donation and he gets to the thank you page, he will get to a link. He will be able to create a personal campaign. So what's the limitation of the current features of CiviCRM? Even if you can get to publish this personal campaign link in your website directly, the limitation that we have found is that the users, even if so you can also control the content they are publishing, but you cannot control where they are publishing these personal campaigns, no? Because they will use Facebook, their blogs, on webs, but you cannot control. And also it diversifies the image of the organization. It doesn't get brand awareness because they are publishing their challenges or their celebrations, but it's not always clear what projects are related to. No, the organization is not clear in these challenges. So that's where Ixiam comes, that we have created an extension that provides a platform where all the personal campaigns can be published. So they will be all in one in the same place to create this brand awareness. You can control also where they've been published. You will not have any donation fee. And the organization also will get directly all the money they are fundraising, because the donation will be done directly to the personal in the organization platform. Also, one of the other issues is with other platforms, you don't get all the information from the donors that they are donating, or you don't get them directly. This way you will get the information of the people who is donating to your fundraising campaigns directly, and you will be able to manage this information, no? And to keep track and to do actions to retain these donors. So I think I will show you now how it will look, so it is more clear what I'm talking about. So if you can see my screen now, this will be a basic a personal campaign landing page where you will get all the styles and logo and colors of that the organization needs, a message. So you will get first, maybe a menu where you can get, and you can have an entry for the personal campaigns and projects. Then maybe some tips to create a good campaign that is appealing, an appealing campaign, some examples, no? And this is the way your projects will be published in the platform. But what are we calling projects? When I say projects, I'm referring to contribution pages. That's what we firstly ask you if you knew a little more, a little what a contribution page was, and if you had already used it, because it's one of the functionalities that we are going to be using to create projects. Well, so when you create a project, you include a picture, a message, maybe some dates, a goal. So this contribution page will be published like this in the platform. What else can you find in the platform? Together with the projects of the contribution pages, you will get the personal campaigns that are related to some of the projects. Here we have the Gloves and Max project, or we have also the Kids for Dependent People project. So that's the way the page you will look. You will have all the personal campaigns from different users unified in just one platform. So just to show you how a project looks, a personal campaign, I'm going to show it to you through Civi. So you can see how this is working. So just in the contribution menu, in manage contribution pages, is where you will be creating your project. The organization will be creating the project and will be managing it. And every change you include here and together with Drupal, because integrated with Drupal, will be published in your platform. So gloves and masks, as we've seen here, the project face masks, face mask and gloves COVID-19. So it will be here, and we will configure it as a contribution page, just adding some titles, some amounts, some the financial type we wanna be using, and also we will associate it to a personal campaign. This is one of the features that is already available in CiviCRM, but we have combined it with the Drupal use, so it can be published in this platform. So here the enable campaign, so the personal campaign is enabled, and you have some features where you can approve the personal campaign that is created. You can set an approve require, so this campaign will not be directly published on the platform. It will have to wait for your acceptance, for someone organization in the back office to accept it. You will also you can set also an email so you can receive a message every time someone creates a personal campaign. So these are all the features that you can configure for your personal campaigns related to these contribution pages. So how does the platform work? The user can the platform and choose one of the projects, and once he has choose one of the projects to collaborate, there are different actions that he can take. One is donate directly to the project. That means donate directly to the contribution page. So we'll just get the basic profile of the contribution page. We'll be using it as we'll be contributing directly as the normal use of a contribution page. They can also choose one of the personal campaigns that are related to this project, face masks and gloves, that other users have created. If they are family friends, if they are only they fit with one of the projects that have been created, they can go get into the personal campaign that will look like this, and just make a donation. Also, this is a personal campaign that someone has created. Hey, it's a daddy from the school that wants to get money for their organization. And here is how the personal campaign will look. It's very easy to create. It looks already like that with the CiviCRM functionalities. So you can see how donations increase. You have another role where people can, where you can see when someone has made a donation, and if they have left a message, you can just see it here also, so you can contribute. Or other things the user can use, or donate to the contribution page project, donate to one of the personal campaigns that any other users have created, or they can create their own personal campaign related to this project, FaceMask. So if they choose to create a personal campaign, this will be very easy. It will be just a profile, basic profile that you can configure. And they will just have to give a title for example, plant a tree every day. And you just give, you explain your challenge that I will plant a tree every day. You set a goal. You choose to have a progress bar if you want. You give a name to the donation button, and you give a message. It can be why you should collaborate with this with the organization. You can select a picture easily. Wait, I had it ready. Yes, sorry. Let's see if I can see the picture. Not anymore. Bueno, this is not Aggie. I had it in Spanish. I selected teacher easily, click to have the honor roll and some other features. And by saving it, you will get a message where you that tells you that this campaign requires administration review. If it didn't require administration review, you will already have it. You will already have it published in the platform directly, like this. But as it requires confirmation, someone from the organization will have received a message and will have to go to the back office to check the personal campaigns. Here we see the new personal campaign that has been created, Plant a Tree Every Day, from Carolina Bardiza, related to the Gloves and Masks project, and that is waiting for revision. So now I can approve it, reject it, delete it. So I will choose to approve it. And once I approve it, now, a ver, in the face masks and gloves COVID, we will have it already published. Plant a tree every day. Now we'll have the fundraising initiative. Well, and I can see this panel because I'm the one who created it. So it gives me the option to change any feature of the campaign. If I was only a user that wants to contribute, I will not see this first screen. So I will just see this one, no? The campaign that I have just created. And also what happens, so that's, sorry, I wanted to show you, that's the way we will manage the personal campaigns through the, as I show you, contributions, personal campaigns. We'll see all the campaigns, all the personal campaigns that have been created. We'll see also what are the most popular projects that they have been related to. And we can manage here, and we can change content if we think it's not appropriate. We can reject, we can delete or disable the personal campaigns, so we can manage what they are doing. Also, what happens when I make a donation? So if I'm doing a donation, okay, so I will make a donation with this personal campaign. I will choose. I want to show my contribution in the public honor roll. So I just wanna, okay, Caro. Bitcoin, and I will just make a contribution. Okay, I continue to finish the contribution, so I confirm the data is correct. And that's the way it usually looks with the current functionality of CiviCRM. Is once you have done a donation, you get this link, this button, that do you like it, create your own personal campaign. That's how it already works. So from here, you will be able to create a personal campaign. So not only I have donated, but I can create my own personal campaign. So how will this look like in the back office? CRM. I'm going to my contact, Carolina Bardiza, who just made the donation, to the contributions tab. So here we can see the donation of $20 from the source Plant a Tree Every Day. Well, it's pending because I choose the payment method pay by bank transfer. So I'm going to complete it to see how we'll see. We will look it in the platform. And once the donation is completed, it will already show in the personal campaign. So if I just go here, I already can see that I did a $20 contribution. And also I can see I left a message in the honor roll. Now keep going. So it appears here, all the messages. If I choose to publish it, it will look here. And we will see here how the personal campaign is going on. And also in the back office, how this will show. Maybe here it's not clear because it's the same person who did both. But well, it's Carolina Bardisa who did the donation with a source planted tree every day related to this contribution page or project that we say. And also it will tell us, bueno, here is not clear. If I can, I'm going to see if I can show you a clear example of how it's created. A ver. If here is more clear. Yes. Okay, here you can see that I did, Carolina Bardisa, this contact, did a contribution of $2,400 to one of the other personal campaigns, one drawing a day, related to the project Gloves and Masks. And we can see who did create this initiative, who did create this personal campaign. It was Jane Johnson who created the one drawing a day campaign. So we can see that this donation is related through a soft credit to this contact. If we go to this contact, to the Jane Johnson contact, to the contribution tab, we will see this person has not made any donation, has not made any donation, but someone has made a donation to her initiative. No, so this way we can check once this personal campaign is more donations, we will have the list of all the persons who have contributed to this initiative. No, also there is to keep tracking. To see how the personal campaigns are going, we have one of the contribution reports that comes by default, the summary of personal campaigns contributions. Well, we will be able to check all the users that have created a personal campaign, the projects contribution pages that they are related to, what's their goal, the amount received in the total personal campaign, how many donations, and when was the most recent contribution. This last issue is very interesting because we can then set schedule reminders, or we can use the extension CV rules and set up some rules based on this date. So if we see that there is a personal campaign that is not moving a lot of donations, that is not getting a lot of donations, and the last contribution was already a long time ago, we can set up some rules. So an automatic email is sent to this contact, to this fundraiser, encouraging him, giving some tips about how to improve the campaign or how to make a better distribution in social media or other places. So this the tracking is also very useful. So we can see here how much we are fundraising. So track. And a ver, to show you more, I think this is mainly, let's see. What other features we can have directly on the platform? So here we have the projects, the personal campaigns, and we will also be able, from here. We will also be able, if we are administrators, if we have the administrator rule, to create the projects, the campaign contributions directly from the platform. So we will only see this set of features if we are administrators, and from here we will be able to create a contribution page, a project, like we usually do, as we saw before, giving a title, defining the financial type, relating it to a campaign. And at the same time, we will create the the Drupal project. So by creating the Drupal project, we will also we will include the pictures, the message that we want to be published in the platform, and we will relate this Drupal campaign to the contribution page, so they are linked, related, and they are managed together. And we can do it through the back office or directly through the platform, as I show you. So it's a very easy to use platform that is using the already functionalities of CiviCRM, but it makes it all easier and reachable and very visual for the organization to have this visibility for the projects. So that's mainly the features. Alejandro maybe will be able to add some more information.
Okay, thank you for the demo and the presentation. Yes, just to add a couple of comments to enrich what Carolina was showing is, well, I don't know if I can add more stuff. I think that she explained perfectly, but just to reinforce the idea that what we did was creating technically a Drupal module, but working a little bit on the views and the pages layout just to make the functionality looks better and really usable, because how it is now, it just includes that personal campaign in the website, but you don't get the context or the people, your web visitors cannot see exactly where are they standing and which is the context of that personal campaign. So we think that with these minor adjustments, the functionality that is in there becomes very interesting. And we've been comparing with other peer-to-peer platforms, commercial platforms. And yeah, there are some details, but it's very, very competitive. So yesterday, for example, asked a couple of questions. If you can set up a start date and an end date of the project, for example, you can do that in the contribution page, where you can set up a start date and an end date. So in general, I think that this is one of, and especially during these weeks and this crazy period, where organizations that are already using CiviCRM have a very attractive feature to use. It obviously it will work with payment processors that are integrated in CiviCRM, whether if you use Stripe, PayPal, the organization can use any of the payment processors that they are already using it. So it allows that possibility, depending on the platform, but prices can be very expensive in terms of you have to pay 5% of commission on top of the credit card commission to these commercial companies. Also, you have to send them your other organization's constituents information through a third party. And on top of that, they will also charge for a setup and some maintenance. So I think that this works well with also small nonprofits that have tight budgets. So I think that's more or less the idea, just to show what we did. That now answering Neil's question, we did it for Drupal. So what we did is not available for WordPress, because we are most Drupal expert than WordPress. But I think that to any WordPress developer implementer, showing this, explaining this, what they need to do, it can be very easy, because they only have to work on the front end, organizing a little bit how to show projects, how to show contribution pages with our projects, how to link personal campaigns to the projects, and then you can be ready to go with a small amount of effort. Okay. Yeah, and if you, I mean, want to go technical about what we did in Drupal, we are open to share what we did. We don't have yet as a contributed module because we are finishing some stuff and working with clients that are already asking for this. But at some point, we'll be happy to share that. Okay, sorry, Hannah, about the time zone. Yes, exactly. So, yeah, actually, this platform, we call it a platform just to put it a name of what we did, but it's essentially CiviCRM personal campaigns as the back office. But we worked in the public view, let's say, how a web visitor can actually view and access to those personal campaigns. So in general, just to recap, personal campaigns need to be attached to a contribution page or an event. So it has to be under these two entities. So what we did was changing a little bit the naming, because at the end, people, if you see projects, personal campaigns, that's more user friendly. People understand that better instead of personal campaign or sorry, contribution page. So again, it's using the standard features of CiviCRM, contribution pages, events, and then personal campaigns attached to these two entities. But showing that in a way that it's more friendly for users to understand this hierarchy, let's say, and to make it easier to use the feature. So yeah, it's basically CiviCRM personal campaigns with a little work on the presentation side. Davia, are you connected to a Civi org in South Africa providing? We were working with MSF, Doctors Without Borders South Africa, with Civicus, with another organization in South Africa. But yeah, we'll be happy to let's say, I don't know if it, well, maybe I could. We are a small org that helps developers. Okay, we are open to network and to find potential collaborations with anyone. So just if you want to ask any question, I don't know, we have, okay, I see people writing in the chat, so I will take a couple of seconds to see if there are more questions. Okay. Sure, Davey. I will do that. Okay, so yeah, I mean, one of the things that, and it's also thanks Neil for the question, because it's a common question, how you can work with the donor journey, or how you can include personal campaigns with the donor's journey strategy of each organization. Meaning donor journey, the strategy that the organization has to communicate with the donors. So yeah, we could use CV rules, or we could use also schedule reminders, which is the feature that is already in CV. CV rules can be examples of use. You create a rule that if a contribution comes with a personal campaign, for example, so then you can use that as a trigger to send a message. Or, for example, if the contribution comes from a personal campaign and is more than, I don't know, $100, just send a special recognition to the fundraiser, saying, okay, you get this, or you can well, create any type of communications workflow using triggers that are already there, triggers from contribution pages, from the contribution itself, with using some conditionals like more than X amount, or for example, what Carolina was mentioning, a rule that checks if the date of the last contribution of this campaign is more than 30 days, that would be the condition, or just send an email to this person saying, okay, your campaign needs more love, let's say. So you can. So some examples to work with. So I wanted to show you, because since we have some yeah, Joe, we have a demo site. So far it's in Spanish, but we are happy to publish the same version that we showed in English. We can do that. I will let you know. Just wanted to show you a little bit how commercial platforms look like. Since we have a couple of more minutes, and so for example, this is MSF Spain. They are a big NGO, especially in Spain. They have a very big footprint here. This is they have their own URL, which is, well, initial, and then you have a video. You have different initiatives or projects. So let's go to Corona Crisis Virus. You can create an initiative or donate to the project. So this is not CiviCRM. This is a commercial platform of a company called Better Now, which, at least in Europe, they are from Northern Europe, but they only do this. And so this is more or less how it looks like. And if you see our demo, it's very, very close of what you can achieve using personal campaign, Drupal, or WordPress with some minor work on the front end. And for example, this well, there are many, but this is an example of how it looks like. So I don't know if Carolina, do you have any final thoughts, final comments?
But well, it's a very powerful tool to use now, because everyone is willing to do something. No, the end users are willing to do this effort, create the campaign. So it's a really powerful tool for organizations to use right now, especially.
Okay, Joe. So you can practice your Spanish. So, okay, we have a couple of more slides, but I think that we already covered this. Reports. Okay. So if you have any other questions or comments, you can reach us through any of the channels, mail, Mattermost. Internally, in our roadmap, we are already implementing this for our clients that have CiviCRM with us and with our software as a service. And we are also thinking of offering this as a special package of we have an own software as a service platform called CiviGo, and we will offer for people that wants to use it but don't want to mess it with their existing CiviCRM, or they have another platform and they just want this platform for this. We will also be including this as a flavor of our own software as a service. And at some point, we were thinking of offering this as a white label or something like that. But again, all of this turns into a Drupal module that we are finishing with the details. And if your clients or are interested in using it, please contact us. We are happy to share or to collaborate with you. Okay, so maybe a last call for questions, so we stick on time. Okay, thank you for your. Okay, so I think there are no more questions. Okay, so yeah, hope you are safe and healthy, and thank you for your time. Just reach us. Thanks, Carolina, for the great work and presentation.
Thank you to all of you.
Okay, let's keep in touch by the regular channels and stay safe. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.